Alright guys, welcome to Next Gen Rugger. So obviously the heading over here might seem a bit clickbaity or a bit of hyperbole. I mean, a rugby revolution, what am I talking about over here? Well, in my opinion, it is a revolution, and we're going to go through that today, why it's a revolution. Now, I don't ask you guys to do a lot of things for me. I'm going to only ask one thing today, that you share this video far and wide with as many people as you can so we can help start to change the game of rugby. So, let's move on to it. What is this revolution about? Well, it's PACS. Now, PACS stands for Players, Agents, Clubs and Scouts. You guys might have heard me talk about it earlier this year, and it's been a passion project of mine for quite some time. So, the journey so far. I never thought for a second that the channel and this community would sort of grow as it has, but now here we sit on 5,000 subscribers. Like I said in one of my earlier posts, I had that sort of goal to reach 5,000 by the end of the year. So, well ahead of schedule, quite happy with that. Now, it's like I said, it's become a real passion project for me personally. And the more that I do my research, the more that I see just how much talent is out there not being recognized. That's only in South Africa. I mean, you don't even think about the Pacific Islands, about the rest of Africa, about certain places in Europe. I mean, there's an abundance of talent out there that just are not being recognized. So, I'm also guilty. You know, I don't cover such a large area of talent. I focus mainly on the larger schools. And the challenge is that there's just not enough resources to cover that much ground. So, PACS is a result of a lot of thought and time. But I'm proud to say that we finally arrived, guys. It's been a hell of a long journey. I won't bore you with all the details, but it's involved a lot of grief, a lot of challenges, some backstabbing from other parties involved. So it's been torrid at times, but it's been worth it because it's finally here, and I'm very proud of this project. So, what is the aim of PACS? Well, simply put, it's opportunity. It's the main reason for this, and I think the thing with rugby, it's a very much an elitist sport if you think about it. It's always been about being at the right school, who you know, and you just think to yourself, how much talent has actually slipped through the nets? And I want to negate that. That's my major goal here. So, if I can change one person's life with PACS, I think the whole thing is worth it. You just need to change one person's life and, give them an opportunity, and all of this blood, sweat and tears, so to speak, will have all been worth it. Now, everyone is welcome on PACS. There's no elitism. And if you've got the ability, whoever you are and wherever you come from, I think you should be rewarded. I mean, that's just my opinion. Call me crazy. So just a quick overview. So basically the players can create their own profile and display their stats. So basically other relevant parties can take a look at it. Then you've got the agents. Now, whether you're from a big agency or a small agency, I think everyone should have that opportunity to find the hidden gem, whether you have the resources or not. Like I say, I want to democratize rugby. I want to equalize things. I'm very passionate about that. Then for clubs can put out advert-seeking players. They can showcase their team, and it doesn't matter whether it's an amateur team, a pro team, or a school. I think there has to be a place for absolutely everyone. And then scouts, they can find the exact player that they're looking for. And I will go into detail of that a bit later. But the search function really is next level, guys. There's nothing like it out there. And then finally, we've got PACS partners. And this is for those who are in the rugby industry that have a service that can benefit the players, and even offer services to those that are simply put in the rugby industry. So whether you got a physio studio, whether you in analytics, whether you in equipment, you don't need to go out there and try and advertise your product in a multitude of mediums and all the rest of it. What you can basically do is set up a profile in PACS, and rugby players can find you, and you can find rugby players. That is the ultimate aim of PACS, guys. And the best part about this, it's free. It's completely free. So that's how we're going to democratize rugby. Now, this website is version 1, and I'm working on version 2 as we speak. Which will have a lot more bells and whistles and all the rest of it, and feature a lot more in-depth ability to analyze and do statistical analysis and all the rest of it. But for now, this site version 1 is for free, and basically it will always be free for anyone that signs up now. So What we're going to do now is we're going to go through the website and the various features on the website. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to look at is the players. So you could go straight here and click on players, or you could take a look at the featured players. But what we'll do is we'll go through the PACS portal. So just hover over PACS portal over here, click on players, and what that'll do is that'll take you to the PACS players portal. Then what we need to do is just say enter the players portal, and then you can see the players being displayed over here. So some guys have signed up already, as you can see. So let's take a look at Josh van Vreden. Let's take a look at his profile. So as you can see, if you scroll over the players, you can see some basic information. But we'll just click on Josh's profile right over here. SA Schools A player from last year, huge talent. And this is what his profile looks like on the front end after he's created it. So you can see he's got his personal information over there, his vital information, his height, his weight, his primary foot, highest level played, his current status, and then his fitness tests as well. So you could also take a look at some pictures. He's just got a picture over there. Then obviously you can take a look at his highlights reel. So you can see his highlights reel here. Just click play, you can watch right there. And then of course finally the playing history. So you can get an overview of the player's playing history, basically where he's played and his achievements throughout his career. And yeah, all the players' profiles essentially look like this, guys. And obviously the more information the players fill out, the better for them and for the scouts, and obviously for the agents as well. So the next thing we'll look at is the advanced search feature and the shortlist feature. Okay, so depending on your status and your permissions, you can use the advanced search feature. So you just basically click right over here on advanced search, and that'll take you to the panel. And if you want to search agencies, you can click over there. That's more for players though. So what we'll do is we'll just click use advanced search over there, so you can see the feature. So if you take a look at the advanced search, you'll have a few options over here. So obviously you've got senior player, you've got PACS partners and all the rest of it, but let's look at school players, right? So you basically click right over here and go school player, and then you can choose. I mean, gender, we know it's going to be mainly males, but times are changing, so you don't know. Then you can choose by country, whether or not they have an EU passport, their highest level play, their primary foot. I mean, it's endless. The amount of combinations you can choose, it truly is endless. One of the things that agents will most be interested in is obviously agency status. So, they just click over there, seeking an agent, and then obviously the players that are seeking agents will come up, which is quite easy for the agents. But if you're a hardcore scout, if you're a very hardcore scout, then, I mean, this is the ultimate system for you. So, I mean, if you're looking for a left-footed wing that has to be a certain height, has to run the 100 meters in a certain time, has to have a certain strength level, it's all here. It's all over here. So let's just do a general search, and just search for all players just for the scenario. So you just click search right over there, and obviously then your search results will come up. And we just did a general search for all players over here. So we scroll down and we take a look at the players. So let's try a different player this time. Let's try Vernon. So we click on Vernon over here. Vernon Matungo, the beast from Northwood, great player. So we see his information over here, like what we see. Take a look at some pictures. Maybe we looked at his highlights reel. I mean, we've been through all of this before, just giving you an idea of how a scout or an agent might approach this. But what's really cool is that you can actually directly message him. So just click on inquiry, and you can send him a message or go directly to him. You can share his profile on any of these pages right over here, which is quite cool as well. But the thing that I think makes us really stand out is the shortlist function. So with Vernon, you can literally just, for example, add him to a shortlist. And as you can see right over there, there's your shortlist. So just click on the shortlist. And then all your players are displayed here. So what's also really cool is that you can actually print your shortlist. So like, let's say you're an agent or you're a scout and you've got a meeting, you want to go through the talents, you basically just click right over there. You can print your shortlist, take it to the meeting, very nice, quick and convenient. If you want to remove a player from your shortlist, you just click over here and that will remove him from your shortlist. And the alternative is if, like, let's say it's a new year and you want to clear your shortlist, just click right over here, clear shortlist. So that's the basic features that we're looking at. Obviously, once you sign in and explore the website a bit more, you'll find far more features. Okay, so what are the other features? Let's just go through those briefly. So firstly, you got PACS project, which is like a classified section. Basically what can happen is a player, for example, can put a PACS project down and say, look, I'm looking for a club, or I'm looking for an agent, and people can reach out. Basically, just you can use your imagination. Anything that you can think of can be done on the PACS projects portal. Then we have partner search. So what's nice is that rugby players can actually look for service providers that specialize in rugby. I think what often happens is that a lot of youngsters, for example, they need to see a physio, or they need to see a chiropractor, whatever it is. And wouldn't it be nice to have someone that actually specializes in rugby players specifically for such a service? And that's what the PACS Partner Portal, the main intention of it is. There's also tutorials in there, so if you create a new account, you'll see as soon as you log into the page, there's tutorials on how to create an account, how to upload a profile and photos and all the rest of it. So that's all been taken care of. Then there's the PACS 100. That's a list of the top rated prospects. So far got a PACS 100 for under 18 schoolboys from South Africa that I released earlier this year. That was actually even on Rugby Pass. So I got a lot of media attention, and a video will be released very soon on the top 100 under 20 prospects. I'll be covering the top 20 on that. And then let's discuss the future. So who knows what this thing can bring? I mean, I've got no idea where this thing is going. I've got an idea of where I'd like to take it, but ultimately, the thing is, normally what happens is that, there's a lot of time planning and trying to put things together and waiting for the perfect solution. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the process brings. At the end of the day, I'm from the hospitality industry. I still intend to continue in the hospitality industry because I've got a very, very big project that's been slowed down, obviously, by this COVID-19. But ideally, I'd love to do something like this. If I can make a career out of, covering grassroots rugby and connecting the rugby community together, that's first place for me, obviously. But right now, I just want to focus on onboarding the talent and ultimately building a community. That's the only thing I'm interested in right now. Now, version 2, it's been worked on. I've got a top software developer working on that with me. And it's going to contain a hell of a lot of bells and whistles and a lot more features. Now, if you'd like to be involved in the project somehow, don't hesitate to drop me a message. I mean, look, even if you got ideas to contribute of how you think things can be improved, what other features can be added to it, I've got open ears, I've got an open mind. And even if you'd like to, like I said, if you'd like to be involved somehow, just drop me a message. There's no harm. I'm very easy to get hold of, and I'm very easy to work with, and I'm open to communicating with absolutely anyone. I mean, perhaps that's been my downfall in a sense, because I have communicated this idea to certain parties, and they've basically attempted to steal the idea from me. But that's another video for another day. We'll let the legal eagles deal with that whole thing. But generally, I'm very open to speaking to absolutely anyone about anything. So, like I said, if you've got any ideas, or you'd like to contribute in some sort of capacity, just drop me a message. Don't stress about it. And like I said, all feedback's welcome. I mean, I've got a lot of messages from you guys. Some not so nice, some nice. But whether you send me a crappy message or a good message, or someone tries to start an argument or whatever, I generally approach everything with an open mind. I'm not 22 anymore, where I sort of lose my shit very easily. So I'm very open minded, and Yeah, I really look forward to the feedback. I'd really think we've built a fantastic community on this YouTube channel, and I'd like to use the resources of this channel to create the ultimate project for everybody involved. Thanks a lot for watching. So instead of the thumbs up thank you, we'll leave you with the PACS logo over here. Feel free to sign up. It doesn't matter what country you're from. It doesn't matter what place you find yourself within the rugby industry. Even if you're just a fan of the site, sign up as a scout. Sign up with a scout account and check it out. There's no limits to this. It's still early days, so we're still trying to figure out what this thing really is and what it really means. And I think it'll gradually find its way and become what it's meant to become. But it can only do that with your feedback and your support. And I do want to thank all of you for your support so far. I mean, I could never have comprehended hitting 5,000 subscribers so quickly. Like I said, it was sort of a goal by the end of the year, and it went a lot faster than I anticipated. So I'm very humbled by that. And it's you guys that have sort of inspired me to pursue something like this. It's the young players out there. It's the guys that follow this. It's the guys that want to see people get a better opportunity. And you guys have got a massive role to play in this. And like I said, I don't ask you guys for a lot. And the only thing I'm going to ask you is share this far and wide. Let's onboard people and let's create a community. Let's create something that's going to completely shake up the rugby industry. And let's start the rugby revolution today. Have a great week further. Cheers. Bye.